Hello and welcome. It's time for Legacy. We have not streamed Legacy here literally since the showcase qualifier, and it's funny because I actually had to change the title up here. That's how I know that I have not played Legacy since the showcase qualifier, and it makes sense because the format was an absolute mess. I just got tired of playing against Lurus Delver decks, so I basically just didn't play the format anymore. However, as of Monday, Lurus is gone, which means we finally are going to have probably a somewhat reasonable format. But still, let's see what's up. So I am going to be starting off with basically the list that I took to second place in the showcase qualifier. It's very similar to what I was running then. I added a fourth copy of Oko and a third Baleful Strix and the fourth copy of Abundant Growth. And then I also changed the cyber a little bit because now without the Sirda decks, because Sirda also got banned. Without the Sirda decks in the format, I don't feel like I wanted to have access to Null Rod and Collector Oof. So instead, I'm just playing more Deafening Silences and more Veil of Summers. So we're gonna see how this works. This is a very early first draft, so by no means this is going to be like a normal, like a finished list. But this is just a starting point, and hopefully where we get to see a little bit of what the format is about, and then we can adapt properly. So you're asking a Roasted by Nira and Super Q broke my heart? Yeah, it was rough, Rancid Flesh. Colorific, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back for the third month in a row. Thank you for the continued support. Wow. We're playing Legacy, so the little thing in here is a Brainstorm instead of a Karn. That is so gas. Wow, I love that. That's awesome. We're gonna ship this handle, unfortunately. On the other hand, this one is great. I think we bottom the second Oko. This is gonna be tough. Opponent doesn't reveal companion. We're playing against the field deck. Okay, it's not bad. So we're probably maybe playing against lands. Library. I think we're just gonna have to struggle through this, unfortunately. I don't think we can pitch one of our, we could have pitched, nice. We could have pitched the Force there, but we could have pitched the Baleful Strix there, I mean. We definitely don't want to pitch the Yoko, though. Okay, this hand is working out. Hopefully they don't draw two of this library. If I were my opponent, I was like, they draw nothing? Oh my. They drew nothing. Mana Bond. I mean, yeah. They have it. So we're probably gonna decay the library end step. On my turn, I guess. It's not end step. Decay so good. So this is gonna get a forest. And I think we have to prioritize getting rid of the library before putting the Oko into play. Yep, that's a pretty good loam. I mean, we can force this. We can. I'm actually gonna force this because like they didn't make a land drop with the mana bond last turn, and then we can Snapcaster decay the mana bond on the following turn. So I think I'm gonna force this Life from the Loam here. Actually, we might get got by an Oko or something, but and I'm gonna pitch Jace. I think Oko is gonna be very important to help me. If they have a second Loam, this is just a disaster now. All right, we can't force that one. Okay, that's just brutal. Imagine, yeah, they're just going to throw everything. Yeah, that's... Woof. That's really good. Yeah, I think we're just done here. Yeah, we just can't beat that anymore. Not with a mace that we can't answer. Alright, got me. That was pretty sick. Rewatched the 4-1 Amulet with Lig. That was heartbreaking. Yeah, it was pretty rough. So we definitely went back to basics. Engineering Explosive sounds good too. And we probably want Medley Mages. This sounds fine. Force is cool. I think we can take out Strixen. Library sounds decent. Oko sounds decent. Hey, how's it going? So we definitely want the case for Oko. We could have Veil as well, though my opponent seems to be on blue-green. Definitely want Jace. Just maybe shave a couple of swords. They answer Medlage, but giving them 20 life. I guess the swords is there mostly for Udo purposes. You gotta love this mana. Alright, there you go. This is good. So we're gonna bottom Snapcaster. Gonna get a basic forest. Udo, not great. So I think we're gonna fetch for a basic Kyle and just play Medley Mage on Life from the Loam on turn 2. Yep. Roughed up, we're not gonna be able to decay here, but that's okay. Life from the Loam. Yeah, we're gonna play Knuckle here. All right, we gotta hit some land drops here. Easy. So put this on top, put this on top. Play my land. Get in there. Mace of Ith. Yes, preordain. These are all pretty good. So we're gonna put this on top and this on top. Play our land again. Smelly Mage is doing a lot of work here. It's a lot of work, which is nice. So there's a plains on top. I don't think I want to decay this Mox Diamond. Exploration resolves. Caracas doesn't do anything. So Uro's not really gonna be doing much with that Caracas in play there, which is kind of annoying. Okay, how can we get God here? What should we name? Can't name Field of the Dead, unfortunately. Crop Rot. Blast Zone. Okay. So they're probably going to Blast Zone us next turn. Second exploration is fine. So they're gonna get to cast one loam, which really sucks for us. Because that means that they just get back the Blast Zone, which is pretty brutal. What can we do here? Man, do I wish this was an Assassin's Trophy right now? How do I beat this? Yorion just makes me draw one card, which doesn't seem exciting to me. I guess I need to Snapcaster into Force, right? And then we can re-meddling Mage after the Blast Zone is gone. So this is kind of like a desperation move, but like what else are we really supposed to do here? We're gonna get bogged here too? I mean, if we get bogged, that means that they cannot Blast Zone me this turn. Okay. So we can't get Blast Zone now. So I think now I do decay. Gonna find a swamp. Gonna decay the Mox Diamond. So that means that now they can't decay plus loam. They can't crack zone plus loam. Next turn. Which gets me one more turn here. All the crop rots. Okay. So many crop rots. They should get an Ancient Tomb here. Yep. That's really good for them. That's really good for them. So now we just die, right? We're just done now. Instead, they blow up Blast Zone. We didn't find a Force, so they're gonna get to Loam. They also got Udo. Oof. Big, massive oof. Scavenging oof. What did they get? So Zone, Misty, and... So they're not gonna get to Udo this turn at least. TMU with Manifesto. Here we go, baby. Woo! Yay. Blinking Abundant Growth. Draw a card. I guess that one place. Never mind. Too late for that one. Cavern, Field, Misty. It's a lot of Sombos. I wonder if they're gonna dredge Loam again. I imagine not. Yeah, this is lands. This is not for color Loam. So we can decay the Udo. And they can't recast it. So they have Mace. Okay, so we're gonna have to snap decay the Udo. Start here. Now what? Cool. We played our back to basics. Now what? We're gonna have to trade with these Sombos, right? They can Caracas bounce my Yorion if they want. I'm still at 20. Dredged Loam. Okay, so they're just on the make infinite zombies plan, I guess. Okay, gonna find an island here. Let's decay this guy. Black, green. This costs me a drop, which sucks, but it's okay. So we trade here. Sweeper, that's pretty good. Oko. Medley Mage. Life from the loam. That Oko card is pretty good, huh? Hey Sam, how's it going? Does lands normally play Udo? Yeah, these blue-green versions play Udo, and I think they play Oko as well, if I'm not mistaken. They can bounce... They can bounce my Yorion here, but I think that's fine. Yeah, Oko's definitely very good there. Okay. Yeah, they could have played his lands last turn. I don't know why they didn't. So I think they are just out of blue sources, so they can't actually cast the Udo from the graveyard. They have a Bog in hand currently. So I expect they have to attack Oko here. They go face. So we take 6 down to 7. Or do we just trade? I think we actually cannot trade because then they start loaming again. Easy. So we pay 2. So we plus here, create a food. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're just gonna crack to eat, gain some life. And we wait until their turn to blow up, so they can't make zombies on end step. I don't think that 2 damage is gonna matter too much. Although it's quite possible that they just don't have... Maybe they just don't have more fetchables here. So bye-bye Zombos. Now what? They're probably gonna... Like, they have a Bojuka Bog in hand. Mox Diamond. Oh, that allows them to recast the Udo. Wow, they have so many basics over there. Okay. That's a lot of basics. You have anyone decklist nice Titan in Legacy? A nice Titan Legacy? I mean, this is what I was playing before, and it was pretty decent. Where is it? There. This list was pretty decent, actually. It was playable. I 5-0'd with this once, I think. Okay, so they get a zombie. Yeah, that's fine. So I guess we just have to Oko the Udo here. Force. That's what I want to play in the Lotus Box tournament. Someone in the Burn Discord bet you'll play Burn. That's funny. Yeah, I think we just Oko the Udo here. We just play Orion here, right? Just a 4/5 dude. Draw a card. Chase the Mind Sculptor. Okay. We're slowly starting to get ahead. But it's largely because of this meddling mage doing a lot of work. So I guess I don't want to trade with Udo because they just recast it. But if they recast it, I force it? Yep. Oko Broco Loco? Yeah, for real, right? Oko is doing some silly things right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Island. So I think we're gonna plus on Astrolabe. Then we're gonna Jace minus. Then we block 1, we block 2. We go down to 1. How awful would Amulet Bloom be in Legacy? Like, how bad do you think that Wasteland is against Amulet? It doesn't matter how bad you think it is. It's actually a lot worse than that. So they're just gonna copy their field, I imagine. Oh, an island. That's a lot smarter. That's a lot smarter. So they're gonna get back their Udo. Jeez, this match has been a grind. Yeah, they just don't have any more fetchables. That's funny. Oh, they're just fetching so they don't exile the loam or something. Okay. Recast Udo. That's not that big of a deal. Wasteland. Okay. Okay. I did try to make Amulet work in Legacy, it just doesn't, unfortunately. So everything goes to Jace, which makes a lot of sense. So we're just gonna take our free blocks. Jace down. Which kind of sucks. Library. So we elk here. Oh, the last card in hand is alone. We know that. So we elk here. Point attacks. We block. Go down to 1. Oh, we can't do that. We elk here. We block. Block. Go down to 1. That really sucks. If I make a food, I go up to 8, and then we chomp, block. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna gain life here. And then we're going to block here, chomp with Astrolabe the Uro. And take 6. Down to 2. Then hopefully library does something for us. This meddling mage is what's keeping us in this game, honestly. Oof, they drew a second field. That's really bad for us. Really, really bad. We kind of just need another sweeper here. The problem with that is that if we sweep, then that means our meddling mage is gone and our opponent can start producing more zombies. Yikes. We're just dead, right? There's nothing we can do. We can draw a card. We can decay here. We gain life. Ice Fang into decay. Ice Fang, decay. We gain life. And now we're at 5. And then we decay here. We block 3, and then we still take lethal. Yeah, then finding the second field was rough. We might have had a shot if they hadn't found the second field, but that second field was just backbreaking. That's brutal. I don't think we had much of a shot there. This deck is probably a little bit of a tough break for us. Also, I just realized that we have no graveyard hate. We might want a surgical style card. How bad is letting them loam? Game losing, I think. I would expect that maybe the graveyard decks are gonna be back now that Lurus is not anymore just like taking over the format. So maybe just playing some number of surgicals could be good. Could play Gak now. Maybe the Gak is in a good spot. We have actually done fine with the Gak in this very stream. Jegantha the Wellspring is what my opponent has revealed. I have no idea what the hell that means. So if we find a green source pronto, this hand is great. But we currently don't have a green source. I'm gonna YOLO this hand. It's just too good, right? It's just too good if we do find a green source. Tropical Island. Seen it forever. Green source? Not quite, but that one kind of counts. Gak attack. Yeah, the Gak is cool in Legacy. I think it's fine. Plateau? What the hell is my opponent doing? It doesn't matter. I'm into it. I don't know. I don't care about what they're doing. I just know I'm into it. Blue, green, red, white deck. Love to see it. Knight of the Reliquary. So I think we unfortunately have to force this, and we're probably going to be pitching this Udo. Maybe it's just Maverick. Just 4-color Maverick, I guess. Niveruni, yeah. Pitch Udo, draw Udo. Of course, classic. If they play another knight, we probably don't force it, and we just hope that we find the green source. But I think I can continue to for one in myself and win this game. Finding no cantrips either is kind of brutal as well. Mom. Library. Yeah, we're gonna have to let that resolve, I think. Green source. Green source. Green source. Green source. Source of Plowshares. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Perfect mana, yep. Just a bunch of castable spells. Just a bunch of castable spells in hand. 4 mana, what are we gonna see here? Shifting Ceratops. Yeah, I probably have to force this. Pichinudo again. This really sucks. Can we find a green source, please? Nope. No, we cannot. We cannot find the green source. I mean, I brought this upon myself, right? I brought this upon myself. This is only justice being served, you know? This is just justice being served. Also, my opponent not drawing cards last turn is definitely a mistake. I think that people really don't pay 8 life with Silver Library enough against the control deck. Sure. P-Fire, okay. Thalia, okay. Land? Alright. We're done here. We're done. We kind of know our opponent is playing basically 4-color Maverick, so we know what they're up to. We just can't beat it. So we're gonna cut forces, limiting forces of will, cutting the ones of negation. Decay seems great. Probably just do this actually. Just more blue awakens, snap flashback force. Yeah, just 9 mana, 8 mana to snap force. You can only 2-for-1 yourself so many times without being able to cast any spells before you just have to pack it in. The fact that we didn't find any brainstorms and preordains also didn't help, obviously. But it's okay. I think overall this is a fine matchup for us. I think overall this should be a fine matchup. What do you think will be the best Legacy deck now? I don't know. I think that the Yorion control decks are going to be cool. Is English my mother tongue? No, Spanish is. That's why I have the nice little funky accent. I'm a native Spanish speaker. I'm originally from Argentina. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Alchemistus. You see? Now this is a mana. This is what I call mana. The nuts. Do not draw. Always wonder, with your last name, do you have a Polish background too? No. It's pretty funny. I always tell this story because I think it's pretty hilarious. So basically, I always like I was born and raised in Argentina, right? And my family hadn't spoken Polish. Actually, my family came from Ukraine. It didn't even come from Poland. And I basically, nobody in my family had spoken Polish for years and years, and it got lost. Basically, nobody just knew how to speak the language or anything like that. So basically, I didn't know how to pronounce my last name until I was 26 or 27. And that's when I actually went on Canister's stream, and I asked him to pronounce my last name for me, and he did. And that was when I learned to pronounce my last name for the first time. Because my entire life I just pronounce it Paulusek, which is how you would pronounce it, in English, in Spanish, sorry. So I didn't learn to pronounce my my last name until I asked Canister many years after. Okay. Is this one good? Chat, is this one good? I'm not sure if this one's good right now. So we're gonna, I guess we're just gonna put both on top, right? Abundant growth. And here we're gonna get a black source, because that would allow me to Strix and Decay on the same turn if I have to. But let's start here. MTG and Bagels with a tier 1 sub for 13 months in a row. Thank you so much for the support. Bagels are great. Honestly, I can't believe it has been this long. Big fan of the stream, even though I have to catch most of it. Oh, thank you so much, MTG and Bagels. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Okay. Put this on top, put this on top. So do we want to draw another Decay? I think we do, right? Just gonna block this Goosey. They're gonna give it protection. Little Donny 19, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Toronto for the first time ever. Love to see a newcomer. Thank you for the support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. So our opponent has a Swords to Plowshares in hand, which is obviously great for us. Wow, they're attacking with the Scavenging. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fetch for a snow-covered forest, and we're going to decay the Scavenging in response. Yeah. Then we're just going to main phase decay the mom. Library's been doing some serious work for us. So I guess we could Oko. We could Oko plus on the mom. So put this on top. We could Oko plus on the mom. 3 to decay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And holding up force. So then we trade Strix for the mom. We can force a plow if we have to. We trade Strix for mom, and then we just decay the Thalia, and then Oko starts taking over. Don't play Eternal Legacy, so I'm having a hard time deciding what to play for the Lurspec Serpent. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here as well. MTG and Bagels. Yeah. We're at 5, and our opponent needs to attack the Oko because he just threatens to take over the game. That's how busted our good old friend is. Okay. Put this on top, put this on top. I'm gonna create a food. And we're just easily going to take over from here. This back to basics was just incredible. This back to basics was just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm gonna just box it in. They can't raise the Oko and they can't attack my life anymore. Just like Oko came down and it was just over. Yep, it's percent the same thing. Leaning towards some sort of Delver variant, also considering playing one of those blue-black shadows deck from like a year ago and tuning it for Yorion meta. Yeah, that's probably... I mean, I imagine Yorion is going to be very heavily played. I will most likely be playing a Yorion deck in that event. So you can probably just count on that. You can have one guaranteed Yorion player at the least. I think the Yorion decks are very, very good. I mean, it's just like a legal companion, right? Is the best legal companion. Like my opponent's trying Jegantha, which is kind of cute, but like the impact of Jegantha when it comes into play is nothing compared to the impact that Yorion has when it comes into play. But I have no idea what the metagame is going to be looking like. I really have no idea. I imagine that Delver decks are going to... I mean, they are always at the top, right? Like Delver decks are just always good. It's kind of awkward that we drew 2 over 3 dual lands, but I think this hand is good enough to keep. Would love to draw like an Astrolabe or something like that. I guess I don't want F6. Do I force a Mom here? I think I do force this Mom. Like this is just gonna be a 2-for-1 down the road anyway. Okay. You know, this to play around Wasteland, because if our opponent has second Mom plus Wasteland, we're in a lot of trouble. If I do play in your deck, it will be for color, no black, running Punishing Fire. So, well, I was going to show you Back to Basics, but it's actually in my deck. Back to Basics is the reason why I'm not sure. Oof, that's pretty good. Why I'm not sure whether that's actually a good idea. Oh, come on. It's so bad when you play against decks, against Wasteland decks, and they just... Okay. Ugh. Tankin Moose, thank you for the follow. Quasali Pride Mage. I just don't think we can afford to source a Plowshares this Talia. Because we need to probably just like get our decay going. Land. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, deck. You're killing me. That's okay, that's just GG's. So every game that we've lost here has been to mana issues. It's so brutal that literally I built my deck so to be good against Wasteland, and we just got so unlucky both times. All right, that's something. So we're gonna get a basic forest, library. So they can attack us and then sack the Pride Mage, which is probably what I would consider doing, honestly. Hopefully this is not a knight. Clothis? Clothis? Holy crap, that's ridiculous. Well, that's hot. That's an underexplored card in Legacy. Yeah, that's too late. Alright, we just lost the mana issues. Not the best start for Yorion. We have been getting pretty unlucky, to be fair. But that's okay. Mostly what I want to do today is I want to see what people are doing. In reality, I'm a little bit excited that we just lost against Maverick, because that's actually my favorite archetype in Legacy. And it hasn't been playable since Companions became a thing. Honestly, it hasn't been playable since Renan 6 was legal. Then Oko actually dunked on Maverick as well. So, like, the fact that maybe there's a Maverick list out there that can actually be playable, it's pretty exciting to me. I don't think I like our opponent's version though. That seemed a little bit greedy. And our mana is online, so I'm gonna keep this. This end sucks against the combo deck though. City of Traders. Chalice. No, okay. Grim Monolith. No Chalice, please and thank you. Well, I guess that they could Karn me here. That would probably be worse. Yeah, that's a Karn. Turn 1 Karn's pretty solid. Another Grim Monolith. Okay. And now what? Just Blood Moon me, opponent. Just Blood Moon me. Yes! Alright. That's great for us. So my opponent kind of stone rained themselves, and they and then they just didn't. Yeah, I don't know. That was not that was not a good sequence for my opponent. Mana still perfect. I guess they might have a Chalice here. That would be annoying. Abrade my Astrolabe. That is actually pretty annoying. Maverick is always playable if you never play against combo. That's just not true. Precisely, like, we were fine against combo decks. It was just Renan 6 and Plague Engineer just host the deck too badly. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, that seemed like a little bit too all-in to run out of Blood Moon. It seems not too great. So I'm probably going to play a Snappy. Because, like, this Brainstorm is just too unlikely to get me anywhere, right? We do have a fair amount of basics, and we do have... we do have a fair amount of basics, and we can draw into another Astrolabe, of course. But, like, the downside of getting Brainstorm locked is just super, super bad for us. I mean, let's see what our opponent does here. Bone Crusher Giant. Well, that's a clock. Okay, so we're just gonna try to get lucky, I guess. Okay, Preordain is fine. So what do we want to bottom? Probably want to bottom. Want to bottom the library or the land? I guess I want to bottom the library. Like, we're just not gonna need the card advantage, right? Like, we're super, super ahead on cards. So that's not what this game is gonna be about. This game is gonna be about, do we find... Okay. It's not horrible. We find the green source, we find an Astral Aid, we're in amazing shape. I don't think I like Green Monolith in that kind of deck. I mean, I assume that they're playing Karn, that's where they're playing the Monoliths, but that's a swamp. Alright, sweet, so we just stop the clock right now. Sweet. Nice Blood Moon. Yes, I'm gonna block. %100% rating there. We just drew our duels so many times, it's crazy. Well, I guess I do like the force there. Because like a Karn would be kind of devastating. I'm not sure about that. Maybe that's just super greedy. I'm not sure about that at all. Could you stop taking another card? Okay. I was just gonna say Opponent confirmed Luxac. Basic, actually. Source to Plowshares, I guess. Yeah, if we draw Astrolabe, I think we win super easily. Just gotta draw a stupid card. Chalice for 1. Okay, very happy that I pitched the Brainstorm instead of pitching the Snapcaster. I don't think I just want to play out the Snappy though. Basic. Green Source. Another Decay. Green Source. I guess a Blue Source wouldn't be bad because we can just Yorion. That just does not matter. Green Source. So now this Chalice was pretty good for them because now Astrolabe is not a draw anymore. We're totally going to draw Astrolabe now that they resolved the Chalice. So now we just need exactly a green source. I mean, if as soon as we find a green source, we just decay the moon and we just win very easily, right? But it needs to be a basic forest out of our 69 card deck. Green source. Second island. It's not horrendous, I guess. I mean, it's not good either. But yeah, that just doesn't do anything, right? Because of this. No, we can't preordain. There's a chalice, Colby. Otherwise, I would have snapped that preordain. See what I did there? See what I did there? But yeah, but playing the Yorio now just doesn't really make any sense. Something that matters? Nope. That is something that matters for them. That is also something that matters for them. Okay, so we probably have like one turn. We probably have one, yeah, just one turn because they're gonna lattice us next turn. So we have only a single turn to draw into a green source to blow up the Blood Moon. If we blow up the Blood Moon, I think we're still ahead. But we have to blow up the moon. Because we're gonna blow up the moon. We're going to decay the bridge. And then we can use Snap to pressure the Karn green source. Force of negation. Well, that sucks. We drew Force of Negation. That really sucks. Is that exiles the lattice and our opponent can get hit again. Oh, that sucks. Oh, they messed up their sequencing. Oh my god. Wow. No, we can't cast Yorion now. Huh. Target creature brains for confirming those with 6 instead. Huh. Green source? Force. We have to attack Torch of Defiance, right? And now we're going to cast Yorion. Draw a card. So we're going to take 2 there. We're going to get a second one of these. The thing is that if we play Oko and Udo might be able to outrace these things. Just not going to have time to Snapcaster. Walking Ballista for 1. Okay. So this really sucks how this like stays here now forever. It's really awkward. Like they can't cast it anymore, but it just stays there. Yeah, this was just not our game to win, basically. Unfortunate. Yeah, we were just not getting there. Alright, this matchup is pretty good for us, though. We want meddling mages. And that's really it. Dead of Winter can be good at cleaning up. Dead of Winter can be good at cleaning up, like, the goblins. Big Mom, I'm just gonna start calling her that, yeah. That was rough. That was pretty rough. Oko is the nuts in this matchup, though. Interesting version of that our opponent's running with like remodelets and stuff. Definitely an interesting list. Okay, keep this. Very smart from our opponent, by the way. The fact that they went turn 1, turn 2 upgrade your Astrolabe. That ended up being a huge play. Very smart of them. Ancient Tomb. Chalice for 1 is fine. Okay, so don't care that much about that. I think I'm gonna Medley Mage onto. The thing is, what do I name? So I think I'm just gonna name Karn the Great Creator. No, upgrade doesn't matter too much. Like, if they upgrade my mage, that's fine. That just gives me time. Chandra would be annoying. Well, I guess it's not that annoying, right? I mean, it is pretty annoying, though, yeah. If they minus... I mean, I guess we could just steal Oko minus on the Astrolabe and kill the Chandra, so that's not the end of the world. Okay, so we know that they have a card in hand. Force of Negation is a great draw there. We can get some value out of this pre-ordering here. That was a great sequence for us. Great sequence. Create a food, play library. Astrolabe gets in there. Yep. Sounds about right, opponent. Go back to where you came from. I do respect their... I do keep in some number of Swords to Plowshares because I do respect their Goblin plan. Okay. So Chalice is decent against this hand. I think it's still a keep. We do have Decay, which is nice. Turn 1 Moon. It's pretty good. You do have one of her basics. Force is a nice one to have. Bottom. Explosives. Okay. Okay. So they kept the turn 1 Moon hand. Interesting move. I don't think that was a good line. This is going to be a stomp. I don't really care about this. Don't really care. I was going to say we can explosives for 3. Or we could just draw that. I think I want to Abundant Growth instead of Uro. Because this allows me to... Wow. Super worded. This allows me to play around Chalice. Like now we have our fixing online. And then of course we got super rewarded because we drew a library obviously, but well, that's pretty good. All right, so we're going to pay I guess we can just put this on top and just pay 4 here. Yeah, this game is gonna be pretty easy. I think they kind of got themselves by thinking that Blood Moon was actually good against us because we lost to it in the first game. And it seems to me that they just overvalued how actually good. You have to be kidding me, really? They lost connection to the game. Really? Really? Just... you love to see it, right? Challenge anyone in the play lobby to play. Well, I actually owe Leviathan a direct challenge. I don't know if they are on stream right now. Maybe they're not. So if you're playing Mono Red Prison in Legacy, you don't get to tilt, okay? You don't get to tilt. Like, you're just playing a cheese deck. You live by the cheese, you die by the cheese. Same thing with Neobrand in Modern. If you whiff on Neobrand, or if you get got by Neobrand, with Neobrand, you don't get to cheese. You're playing a cheese deck, okay? You don't get to complain. So this is just the worst kind of person here. the worst kind of person. What can we do in the meantime? We can't really play videos because then my stuff gets... No, that's the problem with Magic Online. Like reporting them, it's actually a real struggle. Like reporting them takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of steps. So like these people like this just can get away with this because they just never get punished. What we can do though is we can name and shame. We can name and shame, and I love naming and shaming. So we're gonna do some of that. Name and shame. So let's do some of that, shall we? Let's have some fun naming and shaming. All right, so we're going to... If you play a cheese deck, you don't get to be salty. I have no sympathy for you. So just concede the game that you lost because you kept a bad hand on the back of a turn 1 moon against a mostly basics deck. And let me play my next match. All right. Hashtag name and shame. Hashtag legacy. Hashtag salt. Yeah. I really hope that this tweet gets to my opponent at some point. If anybody knows them, make sure they retweet. Vin ethanol. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt when this connection happens. So my opponent was playing just fine the entirety of the match. And then as soon as we are clearly getting ahead because they kept taking a bad time and they're not drawing lands, they immediately disconnect. That is not worth the benefit of the doubt. I always give the benefit of the doubt myself, but this is just not one of those situations. And thank you. Thank you, Stabs. No, we unfortunately cannot play music videos because I upload all my streams to YouTube, and whenever I upload music videos, I cannot. I just have to edit that out, and it's just a big pain, and it's just not worth it. In fact, I messed it up yesterday. One of the videos that I uploaded yesterday was actually I actually got a copyright claim because we watched like Edgar's VOD. Jose posted a little bit of an Edgar. What's his name? A clip from Edgar's stream, and that clip had music, and because that clip had music, I got a copyright claim in my video. It was like 10 seconds maybe, and it was pretty brutal. Sebastian, happy birthday! That's awesome. How old are you now? How old did you turn? All right, we're gonna do some push-ups. I'm down for doing some push-ups over here in the meantime. 15? Wow, congratulations. You're very close to your sweet 16. No, it doesn't apply. By the way, how do we like the thing over here? This one over here. See my pointer? Right over there. The little brainstorm thing. Is that good? Do we want to like move it over here maybe? Is that better? How do we feel about it? I was liking it over there because it sees the whole, like triangle weird shape or whatever. But how that brainstorm implement? Yeah, it's a pretty great brainstorm. Personally, I'm a big fan of the OG brainstorm. OG brainstorm is the best brainstorm for me. Shouldn't recommend my materials. Son Sebastian turned 6 a couple months ago. Nice. Well, Ice Age Brainstorm is the best. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, we're gonna do some push-ups in the meantime. I can probably give you 20. I can probably give you. I'm feeling 20, but not really much more than that. Okay, so give me a break. Whew. All right, right in time. Right on time to win that match. All right, that was 20. All right. Right on time to win that match. Perfect timing. So many push-ups. Always prefer OG cars. My one exception was Force of Will because Helen's art is so bad. The famous mix-up? What's the famous mix-up? Okay, sounds cool. We got some... We can play around Wasteland very nicely. We have Force against Combo, which seems like it's where we're facing. No, at work I work myself. The most part is measuring. Constantly unclench my jaw. The artist thought they were making art for a red card. That's kind of hilarious, honestly. So I would imagine that we're playing against Storm. It does look like Storm. That's pretty good. So if we get to survive, Blu-ray is a perfect color pair. Actually, like blue-brown. That's funny. But then the... interesting. What was I going to say? The other Brainstorms, the other Force of Wills actually have a similar like color scheme, right? It's also kind of blue, kind of red. That's neat. Count up rap decay feels bad, man. I don't think we covered this Brainstorm. I am slightly scared. Now, with 5 cards, we could very easily be dead here. Are you enjoying the current Legacy League? This is my first league, Demosian, so I honestly don't know. It's been cool so far. We played against Lance, which was a deck that just you couldn't really play before, which is nice. We played against Maverick, which is pretty exciting because I haven't... because Maverick hasn't been playable for a really, really long time. So it's been cool to see some decks that we haven't seen in a minute. Well, I think I'm gonna brainstorm here because I really want to find the land. Sweet, and I would like to. We can actually use all of our mana next turn. I think I'm gonna blow this up this Lotus Petal. We don't need the card advantage, so I think I'm gonna put the Astrolabe on. But Astrolabe fixes my mana though. I kind of want to decay this Lotus Petal though. Well, let's actually do this. So let's play this. Attack. Get a drop. Astrolabe. Udo. I'm just gonna decay the Lotus Petal here. English chat, could you explain describe the spirit behind period? I think I got it. Don't understand the question. Oh wow. I guess decaying the pedal was actually a next level play right there. Alright, wait, we're just gonna die here. Just get to the Reser Force. Well, they know I don't have interaction, so... Oh, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah, period means like we're done, right? Like this is what's gonna happen. That's it. Like accept it and that's it. It's an accentuation in a sentence. Yeah, exactly. So we could snap into a force. Feeling pretty dead here though. The good thing is our sideboard is pretty good for a matchup like this. Yeah, good thoughts is me. Well, this Thoughtseize is a good thing for me, actually. It probably means that I'm not dead this turn. Might be dead next turn. That's what my opponent set it up, maybe. But at least I'm not dead this turn. Snapcaster. Huh. I guess because it's an instant speed threat that can actually brainstorm. Library. I think I draw 3 here, right? I don't know what they're missing, so there's really not much use in plussing. Okay. So we don't really care about Udo. And this source splashes can also go. So we're gonna do this. Preordain, bottom both of these. Hopefully find the force. No force. So next turn we can dig pretty deep towards a force. Build your own shuffle, yeah. Working hard to build my own shuffle there. Okay, this is probably dead. Duress, okay. Dark Rit. And just go get Adnos. If they have to tutor, yeah, so they're gonna get a Nauseam here, most likely. Because Blasting Flames doesn't do it. And if they Adnos, they don't have any floating mana, so they kinda need to get a Lotus Petal. Or they're gonna whiff. So this is by no means deterministic here. Snakes is Yoda, Strix is Vader, who is Udo? Udo is Obi-Wan. I guess Oko is Obi-Wan. Maybe Jace is Obi-Wan? Yeah, I guess Jace is Yoda. Yeah, you just kind of have to YOLO there. Uh-huh. Okay. They might die here. Well, now they're dead, so they have to keep going. GG's. Winning game 1 definitely feels good, because we have a lot of dead cards in game 1. Like, all of these are dead cards. These are good, these are good, these are good, and these are also good. So you can probably imagine our combo matchup is not great. If you hadn't noticed by the insane amount of cards that I'm bringing in. I guess I'd rather bring answers to MT than having the case. Overliving working again. Yeah, it's been working great, Dumbobs. The only thing I have not been a fan of is the fact that it disappears when we're waiting for the next round. So when I'm queuing, it just like disappears. So that is the only thing that is kind of awkward. But besides that, it's been working perfectly. Like I haven't seen any glitches, so I haven't seen any kind of like it reading something that is not there or anything like that. So it's been pretty great. Thank you for the recommendation. And the other thing is that's a tough one, yeah. The other thing is like, is there any way that we can change the shape? Because I feel like I would much rather this be a square, like, or I guess a rectangle, because it would fit better within my. So like right now, I kind of don't like the fact that it goes into the my my battlefield basically. So I was doing this before. I was doing this, but in doing so, like now a little bit of it is going out. Yeah, so it feels like a little bit awkward in that sense. I just wish that I could just make it a rectangle, you know? Like the shape is cool and everything, but it's just I don't know. So I was going to go turn 1 actually, but this definitely changes our plan. And I'm not just going to play Snowgover first and say go, because I'm like just basically putting my hand face up at that point. Okay. So this hand's shaping up fine so far. It's a static background image, unfortunately. It's not possible to remove it right now. The plan is to get a few alternatives for people who want to bid about it. Yeah, that would be awesome. But that's cool. That's cool. It looks great. It looks great. So yeah, thank you very much for the suggestion, and I guess thank you very much for putting it together yourself, right? That's awesome. Okay, that is a quote unquote clock, I guess. So I think what I'm going to do is end step. I'm going to brainstorm. Well, am I going to brainstorm? I think I just gonna play the Quaddle, just pass a turn. Snack. All right, now we can. It's probably time to start doing some preordaining and brainstorming. Okay, those are good. I think I want both of these. Oko can start clocking next turn. Abrupt decay my Quaddle. Okay. Does not strike me as a winning strategy. Okay, so now we're gonna brainstorm. Okay. So we're gonna bottom both of these. Put a stop on my upkeep. Shuffle. Island. Cool. Make a 3/3. And attack you. So we have Veil plus double force. I think this is fine. Kill Mayoko. I think we'll let this go, actually. We could have Veil there, but I think that it's more important for us to Veil the discard spell. It just does a lot more for us. So now we are actually kind of looking for a threat, so we're going to do this again. Yikes, it's pretty rough. I'm going to do the same thing. Huh. Udo first. We're not going to be able to Udo this turn, unfortunately. Yes, yes. And I think we're going to name Infernal Tutor here. We don't really care about Tendrils because we have Veil. And at this point, even Ad Nauseam is kind of tough for them to resolve. Well, that's pretty sick. So we still have a 2-turn clock here. And we can Veil, Snap, Veil even? What can we do? We can Veil plus Hardcast Force plus Snap Veil. That seems like a lot of protection. So I think we're fine here. Yeah, Astrolabe, that's everything. Whoops. Flaster, store my Veil. So we just pay 3, and then we, yeah, this is just not gonna work out for them. All right, let's play the last match. Yeah, I think I was going to just like pay for the Veil, and then our opponent needs to like a second Fluster, and if they do get a second Fluster, we just let the Veil resolve, and then we snap Caster Fluster, and we still have Force of Negation backup. And Force of Will for that matter. Veil of Summer, best counter spell ever printed. Yep, it honestly is. It also does some really silly things. Like, its interaction with Chalice is kind of mind-blowing. Like, if you're playing Storm, for example, and your opponent plays a Chalice on 0, you can... Yeah, I think we're gonna keep this. And your opponent plays a Chalice on 0, you can, like, start the turn by casting Veil, and then you can freely play all your LEDs and petals, which is kind of sick, honestly. Okay, so opponent goes turn 1 basic island, not even snow-covered island. Not sure what this means. It might be show and tell, yeah. Or that. Okay, yeah, so we're going to end step Brainstorm here. Just going to source this guy. Would love to find a basic or a way to fetch a basic. I mean, I guess that's just another land, which is okay because that means what do I want to shuffle away? I think I want to shuffle away the second Plow because of Wasteland. If they don't have Wasteland, we obviously get punished, but... Well, I guess I don't shuffle it away, never mind. Oh, I guess... Yeah, I should have probably preordained there. Sprite Dragon is much better. Yeah, it probably is, actually. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to play this thing instead of Sprite Dragon. It's kind of weird. Oh, I guess they're playing both. Well, good thing I did not shuffle away or I did not preordain. Gut shot? Wow. Gut shot, you say? Force, pitching force. So I'm just gonna force pitching preordain. And they concede. Yeah. So usually I like siding out Jaces in this kind of matchup, especially now that my opponent does not have lures, so they're not gonna have a recurring form of card advantage. Force is definitely not great, but it's probably better than the alternatives. Kate Pappy, thank you for the follow. I could see meddling mages just to name some of the mages over forces to name like lightning bolt and stuff. I don't think that's where I want to be. I think I'd rather rely on my sweepers and removal. Ugh. This hand is so close to the nuts. This hand is a lot better. Cool. Bottom preordain here. We might get stifled here, I guess. That would be pretty bad for us. I don't think we should play around it, however. They can daze our abundant growth, but it's just like... It would mess up with our mana a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. Play an island. They can daze me here. C'est la vie. At least it puts them behind and I can play this Udo. But I unfortunately don't think we can play around daze, really. Like, our hand is just too clunky to play around daze. Like, we have a bunch of cantrips, and we just have to get the daze out of their hand. Ponder is fine for them. Interesting that they would ponder before playing their land. I don't like that. Because they might find a fetch land or whatever. The more you say c'est la vie, the better your friend actions goes. Thank you, Thorniel. I appreciate it. They chose to not shuffle. Opponent confirmed Luxac. Confirmed Luxac. Okay. Guess we Udo. Now we get an island and we preordain. We definitely want the Ice Fang. Do we want the Lave? I don't think we want the Lave. So they're gonna flip this Delver here. Gonna take 6. Fluster. Swift Spear. Let's hope to find the land. Source. That's pretty good. I wanted to do that main phase so it doesn't trigger Prowess and Swift Spear and whatnot. Missing a land drop here sucks a little bit, but that's fine. Let's see what this is. True name, maybe? Storm Chaser. What's the score so far? We're 2-2 and we're up a game. This is the last Pyroblast. Okay, so we're taking 3-7 here. We're gonna get to Udo. Do I want to draw the other land? I don't think so. I can also Snapcaster Plow. So the last card in the hand would need to be a Daze. So I'm not gonna play around Daze. One of their cards is a Fluster. So if I Snapcaster Plow, we hit the Aberration, we go down to 1. I think we just have to Udo here, right? And there's a land on top. So I guess I want to fetch that away. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Source of Plowshares. Source of Plowshares. It's not it, so we're actually dead now. Yeah, we're dead. Close. Why can't they pick Lures as a companion? Yeah, I'm just gonna submit. Previous Blood Moon douchebag deserved to be shamed. I think so. I do appreciate naming and shaming. You should ask opponent to know if it's over 9,000. I guess Dead of Winter would have been a nice draw there, wouldn't it? Don't think I want back to basics. Do I want forces? I don't want forces. I just want to draw my removal early. Draw all my snakes. And Strixen. Like a real professional. Alright, let's go. Oof. Basics? Abrupt Decay? Source to Plowshares? I love everything about this hand. I guess the first of all it's not great, but everything else everything else is great. I love it. Through the budget consideration of this price comes down or an ideal build. I am honestly not sure. Thorniel. Sorry, Joseph Gamma. I am honestly not sure. I've been messing around with the numbers and stuff. And this is... I played 3 in the event that I played at. I can't remember the name. I always recommend the Showcase Qualifier. I played 3 there. But I don't know whether that's optimal anymore or not. I thought it was optimal then. So I guess I'm gonna get another green source here. Oh, no, yeah, this is fine. We're just gonna decay this. think I should have held growth to play on the plains. I think that playing on the forest is fine. It might have been correct, but yeah, maybe it makes my decay mana awkward. Got bailed out by a fetch, yeah. I do think I wanna fetch main phase to play around Stifle, although I don't think my opponent's running Stifle. I don't think Udo's coming down anytime soon. If anything, it's going up, right? When I bought my copies, they were like 42 or something, and now they're like 60, which is kind of ridiculous, honestly. Okay, so now that they're attacking, well, I guess that we can play around Winter Orb. So I think I would want to play around Winter Orb. Instead, we're gonna plow the Silverino. Spell Pierce. Too bad that you can't pitch Yorion to force, right? Can you imagine if you could pitch Yorion to force? Should I just main phase this decay right now? Before they get a scry value with Scalding Tarn? Yeah, I think so. I think in the previous turn it was correct to let them untap because they only had an island. But now that they have a fetch, they can actually get some value by like a scry value. All right. I would love it if we wouldn't draw any more lands. I think we're okay with lands so far. If they're attacking for 1, I'm not going to crack these explosives. I just don't think they're playing Stifle, Harlan. Like, they're playing a Sprite Dragon deck. Can they really play Stifle? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna Yorion with Force and Daze backup, which is nice. We're still probably gonna do something different. Again, I'm trying to play around Winter Orb here, right? That's why I'm not just blowing these explosives up. People do wild stuff. Yeah, that's fair. People do wild stuff. See, I'm prepping to win the Lotus box 1K. Trying, I guess. So now we blow this up. So we care less about this rock being destroyed. So Pyroblast would be brutal here. Oh wow, it just resolved. That's sick. Put this here, put this there. So we might get Winter Orb here. But I guess it's not the end of the world, even if we do. Sprite Dragon is probably fine. We do have Snapcaster. I'll 100% block this. Sure. This seems like a terrible trade for them. That seems like not a great trade for them at all. We enter the Blood Royale part of the game. Yeah, that's a way to put it. Oh wow, yeah, this game is done now. Game is officially over. I guess that we could draw into an Oko or an Uro here. So we probably want to just main face this Ice Fang here. 3-2. Look at that. Look at that value. Alright, so we lost to lands and we lost to Maverick. Against Maverick, we lost because out of our 3 non-basics, there's 3 non-basics, non-fetch lands, I guess technically 4, non-basics, non-fetch lands in our entire deck, and we naturally drew 3 of them against Maverick, so we actually got wastelanded twice. That's how we lost. And then in the other game, we drew island, underground sea, and we never found another land. So like we just lost 2 mana issues against Maverick, and then against lands, we just lost to Field of the Dead, which seems nigh unbeatable for us. Play 4 copies of my good cards. You mean 4 copies of this guy, or 4 copies of this thing? Or for copies of this thing. You weren't too sad to lose to Maverick? No, I wasn't too upset. Tape89, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I mean, this is... So the list that I played in the Super Q, we had a one-off Veil main deck. We had we had only 2 Baleful Strixen. It was pretty aimed at beating Lurus. And it was pretty good at doing that. So we can add a copy of Uro. I think 4 Okos was kind of nice. Like, this card is just busted. I don't think I want to play less than 4. We just finished. We went 3-2. Guru Plague. I think Back to Basics is still pretty great and probably one of her few outs against something like lands. Deafening Silence is as good as ever against the combo decks. I think I just don't want Melee Mages anymore. And I'm bringing in Surgicals instead. We could play a 4th copy of Veil of Summer in the sideboard. Man, if only we didn't have to play Orion, you know? How has growth been for me? Excellent. Growth just... It makes your basics field mana base just so much better. And the fact that Yorion just like resets it and allows you to change it later in the game, it's just so good. But like turn one basic forest into growth allows you to like Baleful Strix with an island on turn 2, or to like Swords to Plowshares. Pokemonkey, thank you for the follow. It's been... Growth is just perfect. Like the Poor Man's Sashalev still does a really, really good job. And of course, you know, the Yorion synergy, right? Just not easy to play in Preordain over Ponder. Yes, we're playing Preordain because we only have 12 ways to fetch, and Ponder is better at looking at a specific card because it digs 1 deeper. But we don't have that many ways to shuffle, even with, you know, having access to Jace as well and Sylvan Library. So Ponder can represent like a pseudo shuffle, and you also bottom the cards that you don't want, so you don't randomly sweep it. Why no sweeper in the main deck? Which deck do you want? Would you want the sweeper, like Elves? I could play a sweeper in the main deck, but like in place of what? Any card that you suggest I play needs to take the place of a different card. That is the problem. It's crazy, but actually playing an 80 card deck doesn't really make the decision easier, right? Because like the difference between your 59th and I guess the 60th and the 61st card um, is a lot bigger than between your 80th and your 81st. No abundant growth? Yeah, abundant growth is great. Oh, you're asking Harlan. Okay. I could see cutting one Snappy. Like, Snappy is okay. But sometimes it can be pretty awkward. Like, we do have some good stuff that we want to flash back. But that is like 12, 16 spells. These are the things that we might want to flash back. Post-board, it gets better thanks to Veil and Dead of Winter, but... A lot of your extra 20 becomes more lands and just increase number of what you're already playing. Yeah, exactly. It seems insane to me to play it over Ponder. I mean, I don't think it's too crazy. Honestly, Preordain has been really good for me. I don't know if it's actually better than Ponder overall. Maybe in like combo matchups, it's gonna be a little bit. It might be a little bit better when you're looking for like Force of Will or nothing else. But besides that, it's been pretty solid. Oh, you mean playing Growth over Ponder? Okay, gotcha. I've been a big fan of Growth. Like I was playing 3. I think I played 3 in the qualifier, and I'm up to 4 right now because I like your hands that go turn 1 Astrolabe or turn 1 Abundant Growth. Like your mana is just perfect. You just know that just with one of those plays on turn 1, not only you are not down a card, but like your mana is just perfect for the rest of the game. It's just amazing. And you're also and Yorion just represents a much larger threat whenever it finally comes down. But I think I'm just gonna cut one Snappy. Snappy is not great with Yorion, and this could be the room for the 4th copy of Uro. I just don't feel like I need Uro that much, honestly. Like, Uro is great, obviously, but I just don't feel like I want it that much. And like I honestly don't think I want the 4th copy of Baleful Strix either because like it's just so bad against the combo matchups and whatnot. Unlike Ice Fang, which allows you to basically play it for free on your opponent's end step, Baleful Strix just doesn't allow you to do that, so it's a lot less awkward when you have to tap out just on your turn in order to play 1/1. It just feels so silly. I definitely run into diminishing returns in countries, but growth still suffer from that. 8 forces. Yeah, it could be 8 forces, or we could be playing one main deck Veil of Summer. This is again what I did in the showcase qualifier, and the Veil of Summer in the main deck was actually insane. Like against Storm, you just randomly draw your 1-of Veil, and it's just game over. Like you kind of just win game 1 because you drew your 1-of Veil, which is pretty sick. We're definitely going to play a second league. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to make any changes. Like now that the metagame is not so Lurus heavy, I could honestly even see cutting another Strix and just playing 2. Like Strix is great and everything, but that could be the card that we play if we want to play a Dead of Winter main deck or something. Skillful Strix seems super medium. Library has been excellent. Oko has been excellent. Decay has been excellent. Maybe Trophy? I think I played 1 Trophy in the showcase qualifier because I wanted to be able to answer a Caracas. And I guess that's still true. Another alternative would be main deck Back to Basics. I kind of like that, actually. Jay seems at class right now. By what? By Oko? I mean, it is, but we're already playing 4 Okos. We cannot play 6 Okos. We're kind of playing 7 Okos right now because of Uro, but I mean, it's just such a great answer to opposing Uros too. But this also answers Merit Lage. This answers like Tarm. I guess the Tarmogoyf is not that much of an issue, but like this answers Delver and whatnot in a pinch. So let's go with something like this here. I kind of want to play more back to basics. The fairy also answers all of those things. We could play one of the fairy. I don't mind that. The fairy seems like a pretty solid card. It's probably gonna be insane in the mirror too. Just one the fairy time traveler. How do we feel about that? If I'm expecting a lot of Yorion mirrors, which we did not play by the way in this very first league. If I'm expecting a lot of Yorion mirrors, then Teferi becomes a lot more exciting because this card is kind of a mirror breaker. Like you just get to resolve this and you just bully your opponent basically. Main deck it back to basics and gain a board. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is back to basics better than Veil of Summer? Veil of Summer might be better in the metagame, but back to basics is better against the decks that host me. Teferi is good versus 4-color, but bad versus 5-color because of Pyroblast. That's fair. Do you expect a lot of people to be playing Pyroblast now? I could see people going back to Pyroblast. Do we want to go back to Pyroblast? I don't think so. Not yet, at least. You think Deafening Silence is less good? I don't know, Anu. I mean, like, it's just so insane against, like, Sneak and Show, and I do expect Sneak and Show to come back big time, right? Like, with a Deafening Silence in play, like, the Sneak and Show matchup is kind of a joke. Means we will play in Power Blast to one-up each other in Fair Blue Mirrors. Yeah, for sure, that's what I'm saying. Definitely bad versus Sneaker Shot because they just jam, yo. Yeah, they just jam and then you counter it. End of discussion, that's it. Like, they just jam, you force. We move on to the next game. They just jam turn after turn. Yes, and you counter, like, we have we have access to Surgical now. I guess that we don't have Melee Mage anymore. Melee Mage was actually pretty hot against Sneak and Show. Bosaiju is their answer. Yeah, that's, I mean, back to basics is kind of like the answer to Bosaiju, which is not a great answer, to be honest. I've been playing for Mage still. We can play more Mages. I don't know if I want 4, but maybe 2 we can play. So we can do back to basics here, to Fairy out. And we cut the Deafening Silences, add one more Medley Mage. I think I expect less Medley Mages now, but I still like Explosives because of its ability to answer something like Winter Orb. So I think that explosives, like the split between Dead of Winter and explosives, I still think I like this. Is Trophy better than EE? I do like Trophy a lot, for the record. Like, again, I was talking about how I think that the card is actually great. Being able to answer lands can be a big deal. But like Decay is better than EE than Trophy overall, and the reason for playing explosives is because of, like, I want to kill multiple dudes at the same time, so Trophy kind of doesn't really do that for me. No, I think that we play the fourth Decay before we play the first Trophy. I think that is just the way things are. We just play 4 Decays, then we play the first Trophy. But I was thinking maybe like over a Strix or something. Like, I do expect Strix to be insane in the mirror, obviously, but like I do expect Combo to come back now because they're gonna be able to. Like, they're just not gonna get Delvered out of every single match that they play. Is Chase crazy for 4 Trophy? I don't know, man. Like, Strifo is kind of crazy to begin with, so. So it's possible that he's just crazy, but like direct removal. Yeah, no, exactly. So let's do this. I don't think I want 4, but I can see the first one. So let's do this, and I guess we definitely want some surgical effects. I guess the 4th copy of Veil. 3rd copy of Dead of Winter. I don't think I want that many sweepers. That seems like too much. 3rd copy of Back to Basics. The one that's certain is that Urian belongs in the sideboard. Yeah. Urian is not a main deck card. Caracas was a really good with Lotus Level was the thing. Yeah, that's why I played Trophy in the past, just to answer Caracas. That was literally like the only reason. So I guess we can start with something like this. We could do 4th Mage instead of the 4th Veil. Step 1 Entomb Urian, Step 2 Animate Dead, Step 3 Value Forever. Should play the Ursa builds? Probably not. I do like Ursa a lot, I just don't think it's gonna be good enough in Legacy. I'm gonna take a very short break and then we're gonna fire up the next league. So I will be right back. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy this matches and the discussion, and we'll be back for the next round, the next league. Sorry. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.